Hello everybody, this is Frontal Bob here, and welcome to another NASCAR-related video thingy. And today I am going to be talking about the 2018 Geico 500, I think it's called. Yeah, it's funny how this race was, I think this race is the Geico 500, and yet they barely call it the Geico 500. Maybe this race was called something else, I don't even remember, but the title will say so, if it's the Geico 500 or something else, but we'll see what happens. So, this race, and, well, I'll talk about the Cup race, but I'm also going to talk about the Xfinity Series race, because I did watch the Xfinity Series race as well. So, actually, let's begin with the Xfinity Series race, because it only makes sense that we do so. So, Xfinity race was alright, I guess. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible, like most of the races this season. Xfinity, yeah, it was an alright race. Passes were interesting. There wasn't really any big crashes, but, well, maybe there was, but maybe I just don't remember. But it was actually a alright Xfinity Series race. There wasn't a huge amount of stuff going on, but, you know, it was somewhat entertaining. I didn't watch the whole thing, because, well, there were some parts in the Xfinity race where there was freight training and stuff. And freight training is a bad thing. I really don't know why NASCAR allows freight training to happen for such a long time, because it's just causes the races to go stale, really. So that's the thing. What else? And best of all, in this Xfinity race, however, Spencer Gallagher wins. Yep, Spencer Gallagher, famous for getting into that fight with, I forget who else it was, in the Truck Series race that Truck Series race in 2016. And, you know, it's good to see Spencer Gallagher winning the Xfinity Series race. And I hope that there were no Cup drivers in the race as well. So that was nice. Always good to see somebody get their first win. And crazily enough, Spencer Gallagher, when he won that race, it was the only lap that he ever led in the whole of his Xfinity Series career so far. Yeah, but that's the power of Talladega. Talladega, if the race is crazy enough, it can produce someone who doesn't usually win, or someone who doesn't usually get a good finish, like, you know. So, overall, it was a alright Xfinity Series race. Now we come to the Cup Series race. And it seems that the majority of the people say that this race was bad. You know, several people were like, oh, well, the Talladega race was bad because there was not enough action, the finish was rubbish, and other blah 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 stuff. But, to be honest, I honestly didn't think that the Talladega race was that bad. You know, I'm not gonna say that the Talladega race wasn't the world's greatest race in the whole wide world, but at the same time, nor am I going to say that this race was absolutely, completely, and utterly rubbish, because it wasn't. In fact, I think that this Talladega race in the Cup Series was in the middle. Like, it was dead center between being absolutely amazing to being absolutely terrible. It was right in the middle. Because while this Talladega race didn't provide, you know, fantastic racing and passes and thrashes and sausages and other things, at the same time, it wasn't a freight train race for dozens and dozens of laps. Like, there was some passing here and there for the lead and for position, and there was that big one that happened on lap number, I forget what it was. But at the same time, there was freight training for some time, and there were a few moments in this Cup Series race at Talladega where you could look away from the TV screen and not miss much. But the majority of it, you had to watch the race to see what was going to happen. And at the end of the day, Joey Logano won the race. Also nice to see Joey Logano getting his first win in a year, because Logano, you know, after his win was encumbered at Richmond last year, he was rubbish for the remainder of the 2017 season. But Joey Logano's won in Talladega. Let's hope that this time his win doesn't get encumbered, and Logano makes the playoffs, and we can see some green on his car for an interesting change. I mean, I know that Keselowski, not Keselowski. I know that Logano's previously driven cars with green on them in the past, but it'll be interesting to see the playoff logos and stuff on the Pennzoil car. You know what I mean? The green spoiler and splitter and the green doodahs on the front windshield where where the Monster Energy logo goes. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Basically what we saw last season during the playoffs, except on Logano's car now. And let's hope that Logano can actually keep up a playoff fight and maybe even go on to competing at the Final Four and possibly even winning the championship. Yeah. I say that. I honestly don't want anybody in particular to win this championship. And I say anybody in particular. Basically, the only person that I don't want to win the championship is Kevin Harvick. But if it's anyone else winning the championship this year, I don't really care. I just hope that it's somebody that I like. And, well, then again, I like a lot of the drivers. I mean, really, the only driver that I really don't really like in the Cup Series is Kevin Harvick. His career has been getting kind of saucy lately, I guess. Yep, you guys can tell that I'm still salty over the fact that Stewart went to Ford. I don't know. If Stewart was racing at stayed with Chevy, I probably still would have liked Harvick, but I still have that gripe against Stewart Racing for the fact that they went from Chevy to Ford, and I don't know, but anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Let's get back to the race. So, actually, to be honest, that's really all I have to talk about, really. So, sausages. Also, another thing is that apparently the Azerbaijan Grand Prix was this weekend. The Formula 1 race at Baku, which is weird because apparently most people say that the race in Baku was a good one. Wait, what? There was a good Formula 1 race at a track designed by Herman Tilke? What? That it just can't be real. I mean Herman Tilke, he is famous for designing some of the worst racetracks in the world. Like, oh man. Like, there's Shanghai, which is pretty bad. There's Yas Marina, which is pretty bad as well. There's, I don't know, just about any track that Herman Tilke has ever designed has been pretty bad in terms of, driving ability. Like, it's just, oh man. Oh, and he ruined Fuji as well. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm also still salty over the fact that Herman Tilke ruined Fuji Speedway. Ugh, man, Fuji Speedway. That was one of the greatest racetracks in the world, and then Herman Tilke had to come along and ruin it. I hate modern day Fuji Speedway. I wish it was still in the old configuration that I actually liked. But, every time that I look at the modern day Fuji Speedway map, I cringe. But, anyways. Yeah, weird. I didn't watch the F1 race, so I'll have to watch the highlights and see what actually happened during the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in Baku. It's, Oh man, and Baku. Imagine if they brought the track to Forza. Man, imagine that. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's an interesting thing. I bring up the Azerbaijan Grand Prix and it makes the video just a bit longer. Now we need I think Lewis Hamilton won at Bahrain, but it'll be interesting to see Lewis Hamilton get another win, I guess. But, well, at the same time, Lewis Hamilton, he's won several races, and, and we even got a burp in this video. Lovely. Anyways, I think I've rambled on enough. If there's anything else that you would like me to touch on in this video, then leave in the comment section down below. And up next is Dover. I don't really like Dover that much, so I guess we'll see how good or bad that race turns out to be. Anyways, that's all for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And like I just said before, if there's anything that you would like me to touch on or anything that you would like my opinion on, just leave in the comment section down below. And this lady's being weird, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.